Hey everybody. So my question is, did Muhammad make mistakes? Did the prophets make mistakes? Did Jesus make mistakes? Um, it's probably a naive question, but here's why I'm asking there's a couple things. There's a couple reasons why I'm asking. First off, I'm wondering if Jesus was the Son of God, which Christians believe, did he make any mistakes at all during his life? Okay. And what about Noah, all these other prophets? I mean, did every action of their life, was every action in their life, if they were a prophet, was it the right action? I think I remember reading some things in the Bible when I was a kid where some of these prophets made mistakes. But were the mistakes they made divine mistakes? And here's another one. If you're a prophet, is there a moment, like, do you live a normal life, and then when God decides you'll be a prophet, at that moment you start being a prophet and you don't make mistakes? In the Muslim faith, there's Prophet Mohammed. Now, the Muslims don't believe he's God or the Son of God, but a prophet. So what I'm wondering is, if a prophet's human and humans make mistakes, did Prophet Muhammad make mistakes? We start out as babies, and we're in diapers or whatever we're in, and we bite other kids, all these other things we do. I mean, I'm assuming that these people who ultimately were prophets had made some sort of mistakes, because that's what learning is all about in life. So here's my thing: is if in the process of his life, either one, he didn't make any mistakes and he was a perfect child and he never spilled the milk, and everything he did was perfect, which I doubt any human would ever do, and because that's part of the human experience. But those who observe a prophet in his life, if all of the actions that the prophet makes aren't perfect, should we jot down every single thing he did in his life and try to emulate them? Because I know a lot of Muslims copy a lot or try to live their life the way Prophet Muhammad did. Now, and then there's the hadiths. Now, I guess the hadiths are sayings about what Prophet Muhammad did in his life. So, are the sayings made by different people? And if they're all made by different people, one, how do we trust that all the hadiths are accurate? And two, how do we know for sure that every action that they witnessed was either accurately witnessed and or is something that Prophet Muhammad himself would hope that others would do later on in life? So, like eating with your right hand, or putting your right shoe on first, or certain ways you enter or exit a room. Are those good quality ways to live your life? Or as one imam told me, I'm telling you seriously, this guy told me that a lot of that was superstition and that Muslims needed to get rid of it. I don't know, but I'm curious. And someone says, why are you asking Muslims? Well, the reason why I'm asking is because they say, why don't you read a bunch of books instead of asking Muslims? Well, books were written by people. And everybody who views here are people. So I learned a ton by looking what one group of Muslims will say about this, non-Muslims will say about this, devout Muslims that are Shia or Sunni, they'll all chime in. By the time you're done, you can look at the cluster of comments and know the answer, I think. And it's better than reading one book, because one book is typically written by one person and they're super biased. So I feel like I've learned more reading the comments at the bottoms of these videos than anything. So anyway, my question is, did Prophet Muhammad make mistakes in his life? And if he did anybody ever write any of his mistakes down and call it a hadith? And is anybody improperly following any of his actions? And if he didn't make any mistakes, it almost sounds like he's divine. And are prophets divine? Are they, worthy of being worshipped? Or, it's my understanding that Muslims don't worship Prophet Muhammad, but they have the highest reverence for Prophet Muhammad. So, anyway, I'm curious. Thanks. One last thing about this, about messengers, because Muhammad was a messenger. Jesus was a messenger. I'm always amazed when messages are delivered. In my life, I get messages, and they say, don't shoot the messenger. And in reverse, I don't think you should worship the messenger, not for being a messenger. Just in my own personal sense, is that What's much more important to me is the message. Seems to me if a messenger is delivering a message, the primary goal of the messenger is to deliver a message, not to be worshiped. It seems inherently right to me that the message is what's important. Some guy said to me on a comment just a couple days ago, if Jesus was here today, he would kick your ass. Some people are so in love with Jesus that they'll hit you over the head with the club. Some people are so in love with Mohammad that they'll stab you with a knife. And I think they missed the point of the message, which was supposed to be, among other things, loving all mankind. So anyway, let me know what you think about the difference, because, consider in our life, all the people that deliver messages to us. I get my message. Thanks for the message. I got the message. Is it the important thing that I run and implement the message in my life? So anyway, message versus messenger. What do you think?